Coach, seeing your players in the exhibition this past week, what were they doing well? How were they working together well, kind of right off the bat?
Yeah, really liked our pace. I'm trying to ask them to play fast, and so I felt like, the first half was the first half, and the first time under the lights and in front of a crowd. But for the most part, I really liked our pace. And then defensively, I felt like, we really covered a lot of actions that we had talked about and made up for a lot of mistakes just through communication. So really impressed with how our kids played in the exhibition.
In the exhibition, you had a few weeks of practice before that, and you got to know them over the summer. How do you think you are at this point, just having come to Miami a couple months ago?
Yeah, really impressed with where our kids are. I think obviously we have a lot of new faces, but we also have players that haven't played a ton of minutes, and so just establishing roles and asking some different things of them. The way that they've handled just about anything that we've thrown at them has been pretty impressive. Obviously, one thing that I talk about all the time is cohesion and chemistry, and I feel like every week we get a little bit better at that. So really impressed with where we're at right now.
This week you start the regular season. You're traveling to DePaul for that preseason WNIT tournament. How have you been preparing your players to start the regular season?
Yeah, I think, just to talk about DePaul specifically, we had 4 prep days just to talk about specifically DePaul and what we're going to do and what our plan is going in. But I think as far as us as Miami, we're still trying to establish, our identity and really just trying to get down to the core of who do we want to be and how do we want to play and every day just taking time to say, okay, this is how it looks. So really, we can talk about the first game, we can talk about the last game. At this point, it's just who are we going to be and really establish that early.
You're talking a lot about who are we going to be, what's the team's identity going to be. What have you been trying to kind of get your players to do in terms of team identity, and how do you want them to establish that right away in this first game?
I think everyone's talking about Lauren and Savannah, and obviously they should, 2 very good players. But I think what we're talking about as far as an identity is it's going to take all of us, and really going deep with on our bench and using all of our depth, really talking about toughness a ton. Even with each substitution is just, can you exhaust yourself? Go in and exhaust yourself for 2.5 minutes, and then let's sub again. But the biggest things that we've talked about as a team is cohesion, obviously, and then toughness and letting that be our identity.
Thank you for your time. Good luck at DePaul this week.
Thank you so much.